Hi, my name is Alec Goulet, and this week at Duane University's General Chemistry 2 with Dr. Ken Capps, we will be looking at making what we call kinetic sand. We'll also be talking about the special properties that it may have as well. As you can see, I have some of store-bought kinetic sand here. It has some very interesting properties as it is a sand-like material, but it's very moldable, shapeable, and clumps together. So let's take a look at actually making some of it ourselves, and then we'll dive into a little bit of the chemistry behind it. So we're going to start with some basic ingredients. Sand, just regular play sand, colored sand, whatever. We're going to use about a cup of it. We have some cornstarch. We'll use about 3 tablespoons of that cornstarch, a little bit of dish soap, probably about 2 tablespoons, and then we have some water, probably about a tablespoon. First, we'll start by mixing up the dry ingredients here. So I need about a cup of this sand. That is a cup of the sand. Next, we'll mix in the 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. One, 2, 3. All right. 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, and we will mix that up here. Make sure it's nice and mixed so we don't have any clumping of the cornstarch. After doing some research, that kind of helps everything mix together later. Alright, we are fairly mixed in here. Not a whole lot of clumping from the cornstarch or the sands too. Alright, and we will add 2 tablespoons of dish soap, 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, and then about 1 tablespoon of water. We will try to get all the dish soap as well. And let's stir it up and mix it. See, it's starting to pump up here a little bit. We'll just be folding it in. Starting to mix in pretty good here, it looks like. And it smells very fresh and clean. we'll see what it feels like. It clumps together a little bit more than just regular sand would, but we can also shape it into a lot of different forms, and it will stay together fairly well. It seems a little dry, or a little wet, so we'll see if we can get our consistency, but we'll also talk about some of the chemistry behind it. And as you can see, it's coming apart a little bit, but for the most part. Seems like it holds its shape fairly well here. Alright, so it appeared that the homemade Kinetic Sand just needs to dry out a little bit, but let's talk a little bit about it. Homemade Kinetic Sand is not exactly like this store-bought Kinetic Sand, because basically the chemicals are different, but they share similar properties. Normal Kinetic Sand, like here, contains a chemical called polydiphthosilax, which also called dimethoxy. You can buy this, but it's not really readily available, and it's a silicone polymer that's found in many beauty products. Well, its viscosity increases under stress, and viscosity is the measure of a substance's ability to flow freely. When you add pressure, it is a solid, but when you release the pressure, it is a liquid. The polymer chains within the dimethicone make the sand pieces stick together so they can form them into any shapes. As you can see, these can be pressed down, released, and they keep their shape, although this one appears to be a little more flimsy. Just needs some time to dry out, or I guess we could try adding some more of the cornstarch and or sand into it. We can fold them into many shapes, and yeah, this is what we have. Not quite regular sand, or the store-bought, and then our Kinetic Sand that we made in this experiment today.